I'm just sending my message. Alright, and I believe get the chat over here like I have been doing. I got the NFL games and the NBA team standings. NFL games, I guess I can just pull. Do that. Alright, yeah, we're good. Connection looks good. So whenever you're good, I believe we should be good.
Alright, sounds good, buddy.
Yep. Let me mute myself.
For sure. Hey, everybody, welcome to episode 36 of SonoranSportsCards. I don't know, we're at like a really, really exciting point when it comes to
Man, we
sports in
already
the
got
year.
people connected, man. Shy Uncle, dude. Mr. White. That's his name, is Shy Uncle. That was quick.
Whatever. I don't know. I don't know who that
Oh,
is.
quick, boy.
But yeah, we're in a really, really interesting part of the sports season. We got basketball about to start up. We got MLB in its postseason run. We got football right in the middle of the season. So a whole lot of stuff to talk about. Finally, we don't just have to talk about one sport. So we're gonna start off with baseball. Just a quick recap of the divisional series. Most of them are over. We'll get to the one that's going on right now. Actually, first, the Guardians are playing the Yankees, and so far they're tied up 2-2. So this is the last game. They're supposed to be playing right now, but it's rain delayed, so I don't know if it's going to get started at some point. But you got to figure either place it's in, whether it's in Cleveland or New York, it's got to be freaking late.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's probably
Super
already
late.
9 o'clock.
Yeah,
So like
9:30.
to play a whole ass game of baseball. So they're probably just gonna do it tomorrow, if I had to imagine, or maybe play a couple innings and flip to tomorrow. Baseball does that every once in a
Oh, my
while.
bad. It's Shay, like Shay, not Shy. It's Mr. White. It's Brandon.
Oh, what's up? How you doing, Brandon? Um, all right. So the Guardians Yankees 2-2. Obviously, Mikey wants the Yankees to win, but I don't think
I don't actually
Mikey's not a
care.
real Yankees fan.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
actually care. Like,
So I think the whole rest of the world wants the Guardians to win. So let's go Guardians. Then you had the Mariners got blanked by the Astros 3-0. So the cheaters move on to the ALCS,
feels
and
bad, man.
they'll face either the Yankees or the Guardians. Which I probably want the Yankees to honestly be the team that face the Astros because I think they have the best chance of knocking them out. And I'd rather the Yankees be in the World Series than the Astros. I think the Astros would probably do the same thing to the Guardians that they did to the Mariners and just blank them, but whatever. And then on the other side of it, you got Phillies beat the Braves 3-1, which is big for the card markets because you got Bryce Harper moving on for the Phillies. He's an older guy now for sure, but I know a lot of people have his rookie cards. But the Braves are more of the thing. They're out of the playoffs. That means Ronald Acuna is out of the playoffs, which is he's one of those big people that everybody collects. And then the biggest upset, well, I guess the Phillies upsetting the Braves is pretty big, but the Padres 3-1 the Dodgers, which is crazy. Um,
Yeah, the Dodgers are out there. That's
man,
all that matters, man.
yeah, Dodgers are out, which is obviously big for the card market because there's so many good players on the
It's
Dodgers.
big
But
for the sanity
there's
market, dude.
yeah, there's a lot of good people on the Padres though too. You got Juan Soto and Manny Machado obviously leading the way right now. Juan Soto hasn't really had a good playoffs. He's finally starting to get into it. It looks like. Um, Cronenworth has been really good for them too. But it's they're in the NLCS, man, and they don't have Fernando Tatis. Like imagine if they had him.
Yeah, that's
They might go ahead and win it all anyways. But like if they don't, they're at the point where it's like Tatis, what the fuck? Like you could have we could have like straight up won this thing. So yeah, we're winding down. We got Phillies, Padres, and then Astros versus whoever wins today. Which, um, we're gonna be keeping people updated on the NFL game that's happening right now, but there's nothing to update on the baseball game because it's delayed. So
yeah, delayed due to the weather.
yep, we'll pick back up next week on baseball. I
Yep.
will try and watch a bunch of games this week. I'm really interested in that Phillies Padres because
I'd make
it's
that
some
promise,
teams
but
that most people think they wouldn't have been there. You don't need to make that promise. And then
yeah,
Astros Yankees, if that happens, or Astros Guardians should be a good one too. So
for sure.
I'll try and watch more baseball.
Yeah,
So
with
I got a little bit more to talk about than that. To be honest with you guys,
yeah
I
with
only watched like 2 games this
with
past week.
basketball
So
starting this week, there's definitely there's a zero chance that I will watch a baseball game.
yeah, and that's got us to what we're gonna talk about now is basketball, man. Huge. 2 opening games are tomorrow.
Yeah, I
On
already have it pulled up.
TNT,
We got
TNT Tuesday.
yeah, we got Lakers
Who we
at
got?
the Warrior. Oh, it's like ordered weird. So the first game, I'm sorry, is the 76ers at the Celtics. Um, that should be a good matchup,
Straight.
like you said. Two big games.
Yeah, and what's the other one? Lakers Warriors.
Lakers Warriors. Yeah, I know it's a big game just because it has LeBron, but like I feel like the
And
Warriors are just gonna demolish them.
it should be that way.
Like
For sure. It should. I could see LeBron just like carrying the Lakers, and Anthony Davis, I think, should be ready for that game. I
yeah.
don't
So
know.
I
Off
saw
the
something
top of
about
my head.
Anthony Davis. He played in the last preseason game. That's when he
Yeah,
got
I
back from
heard. I
injury.
heard
So
he's
he's
been doing
back
really
fresh.
good.
He's back
He's been
fresh from
doing really
injury,
good in the
and
preseason.
it's Anthony
Yeah.
Davis. So
But it's also Anthony Davis, so you don't know if he could step outside of his house tomorrow and break his ankles. So, but but yeah, those games should be super good.
yeah,
I'm excited. I'll definitely try and catch both of them, hopefully.
I'll at least watch him. Yeah, one of them.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do for this is Mikey's gonna we're gonna look at the rankings from last year, so the regular season where it ended, and we're gonna go through and each team we're gonna be like, uh, whether we think they're gonna be better or worse than what they were, what their plan should be, whether they're gonna
Yeah,
try and make the playoffs,
we could
whether they're
word it
gonna
like we'll do like their like say we're talking about the number 10. We're basically gonna choose a over under. But are they
yeah,
gonna do
yeah.
worse or better? Just over under.
Than what they did, yeah.
Yeah.
Or yeah, are they going to be better or worse? Should they try and make the playoffs, or should they try and tank? Which tanking is going to be a huge thing this year, because the number one overall pick, Victor Wembanyama, well, he projected Victor Wembanyama. People are talking about as the best prospect since LeBron James. All right, like legit.
Really?
Like people are saying
Like
better
that
than
good?
Zion, which as a prospect, even better than Kevin Durant as a prospect. And so they're going after saying LeBron James, and then the second
Was
guy,
LeBron
Scoot,
James like probably like the best prospect like ever? Or
coming out of high school,
yeah,
like yeah, I think,
yeah.
well, yeah, it was 2003, so I was a total of
I'm just trying to
like
gauge
eight
like
years
what
old.
that means by people
Yeah,
saying that he's the best one since LeBron. You know,
yeah, just think about it. Like LeBron was like getting scouted like when he was like a freshman in high school. People
that's
were going
nuts,
to his
man.
games, and his games were like big time. People are saying that about Victor Wembanyama, and number two pick Scoot Henderson is not bad himself. So compared to that LeBron and Wade class, I know Wade went third, but we'll say Wade went second. And so we got like second coming of LeBron Wade. So people are going to be tanking like crazy. If they're bad, in my opinion, they should be really bad. And
Yeah,
that's
you
what we're going to
I
talk
could
about.
see
So,
I could
Mikey, where do
see
you start in the East?
that's and that actually I was literally that lined up perfectly for what I was about to say. I was gonna say I feel like the Magic. I know they have been trading for a lot of picks and it's blowing up completely. And speaking of the Magic, over at the East, they are number 15.
Yeah, so they went
And
22-60,
yeah, and
which is pretty hard to be worse than that. Magic have a ton of young people. So the issue with like the tanking idea is like, okay, you trade away all your veterans and you start your young people. Well, that's what they've been doing. So I think, sadly for Magic fans, probably, I think they're going to be better. Like
okay.
I think there's going to be a lot of teams that are going to like tank in the East. Like I'm looking at this list and I see probably
I
like
mean, it is
four
the
of them
East.
four of them they're gonna fight for the bottom. So I can
Yeah.
see the Magic bumping all the way up into like the playing game, like 10, honestly,
Okay.
11 or 10. So that's my opinion. Who you should watch out for? Well, they do have the number one pick from last draft, Paulo Banchero. So you should watch that. They also have Franz Wagner, Jalen Suggs, Cole Anthony. So they got a ton of young people. Wendell Carter Jr. So watch them. And that's
Yeah.
all off the top of the brain, by the way, people. I'm not looking at anything
That's
in the
actually
back
pretty
of
impressive, actually. Yeah.
my head.
I was wondering if you had something pulled
Yeah.
up there.
No, Magic are like the team that I'm like as far as the bad teams, probably the bad team I'm most interested in watching some of their games because I think they should look pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, next one up.
Next one up, we have the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, I mean they have the they have the number one draft pick from 2 drafts ago, Cade Cunningham. right? So there you go. That's something to watch. They got Jaden Ivey that they just drafted this year. I think with like the fourth pick. I think somewhere around there, third or fourth. I don't remember. But yeah. So they got Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham are their two big pieces.
Yeah.
So again, like it's hard to be as bad as they were. So I think they're going to be a little bit better. I don't think they're going to be in a play-in or whatever, but I could see them bumping up to like 12.
Okay.
People love Cade. Card market loves Cade. So
All right.
obviously there's no rookie cards of like Paulo Banchero yet for the Magic, so that's why I didn't say him. But people love Cade. So
Okay.
all right,
Uh,
what we got next?
Next up, we have the Indiana Pacers.
All right, here you go, people. Here's this team is going to be really bad, and I think they should tank the shit out of it. So they have Tyrese
Yeah.
Halliburton that they traded for from the Kings maybe a year ago. They drafted Benedict Mathurin from the U of A, so I know Benedict really well. He's really explosive, but and then they got straight trash. They have two other good people, Miles Turner and Buddy Hield, and they need to like those players need to not be on their team. Like they need to trade those guys away, and they just need to tank for the bottom. That's my opinion.
I think that's a pretty
Is
fair opinion, to be honest.
is they need to take that 25 wins and turn it into like 19, 20 wins.
Yeah, the
Like they need to
Pacers
lose.
ended the season on a 10-loss streak.
Yeah,
That's
that's
rough.
you know, that's the direction they need to be headed. Turn that 10 losses into 82 losses in a row, and then we're cooking. But yeah, they need to trade Miles Turner and Buddy Hield, which will be good pieces on other teams. Hopefully, get more draft picks for themselves, or get a really young guy that has some potential, and then just keep adding to the youth and hope they get either Scoot or Victor. Which they definitely, since they have Benedict and Tyrese Halliburton are their two good young guys, they're both guards, so they probably want Victor, obviously. But
Yeah.
guys, in case you're wondering what Victor is, why is he so interesting? Guys, 7'4". First off, what the hell? Even in the NBA, 7'4" is crazy. 8 foot wingspan, and he can like actually dribble and shoot. He shot like 35% from 3 point range last year.
That actually is kind of
So
terrifying.
it's like Kevin Durant if he was like 4 inches taller. So it's wild. So defensive potential is insane. Offensive potential is
Like
pretty insane
he's
too.
gonna
He
be a
doesn't have to be good
problem.
that offensively.
His biggest
He
issue
could
is
be
probably
like,
going to be health, just because of how big he is.
yeah, for sure.
So Pacers, you're taking as go on doing worse this year. They should do
Yeah,
worse.
I'm saying 15. I'm saying 15 out of
15.
15
Okay.
in the East.
All right. Next up, we have the Washington Wizards.
Like I know they got Bradley Beal and Kyle Kuzma, I think, and Kristaps Porzingis, but like Bradley Beal's good. All Kristaps is okay. Kyle Kuzma is like an all right seventh or eighth player, and that's like their whole team in my opinion. So I don't
Yeah.
know. Like Bradley Beal has like been like so loyal to the Wizards. I don't want to say trade away Bradley Beal, but like trade away everything you got and try to be bad. I don't know. Like I don't see any way that they get better. Like there's no. They would have had to have made a big trade and they didn't. So
Yeah,
yeah,
they
I
did.
think the Wizards can suck ass. So
So they're currently at 12. Where do you think they're going to land?
I mean, I said Pacers were 15, so let's say 14 for the
Oh,
Wizards.
okay.
I don't think there's any team worse than that.
Okay. Next up, you have the Knicks. I feel like they haven't really changed much, right?
Well, they brought in Jalen Brunson from the
Okay.
Mavericks. So if you remember that Mavericks series, the short guy that was
Yeah.
causing the Suns problems,
Uh huh. Uh huh.
other than Luca, yeah, they brought him in as their point guard. So he'll definitely make the team a little better. And 37 wins is pretty bad. So I think they'll probably be a solid like play-in team. But I really don't know what direction they're heading in with their team. Like Julius Randle, I've never liked as a player. Like I don't think he contributes in like a winning way to basketball. And they paid him a lot of money. They have R.J. Barrett from a couple of drafts ago that they hopefully want to do better with. They got Opie Toppin
Yeah.
from the draft after that, and then they got Quentin Grimes from the draft after that. So they got a lot of good young, not good. They have a lot of forwards with potential. I would say they need to get rid of Randall, play them, which means I think they're probably going to be about the same because if they get rid of Randall, if they don't get rid of Randall, I think they're going to be better because they added Jalen Brunson. But if they do
Okay.
that, um, so I think maybe 10 is where they're at
So
when
playing.
it's said and done. Right, the play-in. Yeah.
Okay. Desmo VR. I don't know who that is, but they said Kristaps is underrated. Oh my god. How do you feel about
If
that?
this was like 4 years ago, you could have had me. But what is Porzingis, or as they say, Porzingod? What has he done lately? Nothing. All right. When he was drafted by the Knicks that first year, pretty damn good after that. But lately, shit. So I'm sorry.
Just saying how it is. Um, okay, so the Knicks you have. What would you say? Just based off of their current roster, you said better 10.
Yeah, I don't think they
Okay.
really need to get more wins to be at 10, though. To be honest, like I think
Yeah,
they're
with how it's gonna
probably right
line up.
around where they're at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up we have the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, this team's gonna be bad, bro. Yeah. Like, so they got Lamelo. Everyone's like, oh, Lamelo Ball. I don't think Lamelo is like uh super or like even an all-star really. Like maybe he'll make the back end of an all-star team, but I
He's
truly
not there yet.
yeah, I don't see like greatness with Lamelo that a lot of people do. Maybe that's me hating on the Ball family, but I really don't see it. I think he's good. Don't get me wrong there.
Like he's a starter.
But then they have like Gordon Hayward on their team, who's never healthy, hasn't been good in like 4 years. I used to like Gordon Hayward a lot. Like I still like him as a person, but like I don't know, he hasn't been anything in a while. They had Miles Bridges, who is a terrible person, so they don't have him anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're gonna be pretty bad.
Okay.
Like I
Like
said, I'm thinking 12, 13,
12,
somewhere down
13.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
After that we got the Cleveland Cavaliers. Your boy
This is
Garland,
this
dude.
is gonna be one of the biggest risers. I feel like it has to be one of the biggest
I
risers
mean, I
because
thought
the only
all the
reason,
they were already decent. And they have a young team, so I feel like their young players are only going to get
yeah,
better.
and the only reason they even
So
finished ninth last year was because Jared Allen got injured. Like before Jared Allen, they were doing amazing. They were like
yeah,
third place in the East,
no, yeah, they just
and
dropped
then he
out of
got
nowhere.
injured and they dropped. And remember, they just traded for freaking Donovan Mitchell, so they're gonna be
Oh, I
walking out.
forgot about
They're gonna
that.
be walking out Darius Garland, Donovan
Yeah, I
Mitchell,
would definitely
Jared
say they're
Allen,
going
and
to do
Evan
better.
Mobley,
I
nice little
totally
core.
forgot about the Donovan Mitchell trade. That's a
So
big deal.
I'm thinking like, well, I don't want to say like fourth because there's a lot of good teams up at the top of
Yeah,
the East,
I
but
don't.
fifth, sixth, somewhere around there.
I think that's
I think they're
fair.
going to be in the playoffs for sure. I don't think they're even going to be in the play-in. I think they're going to make it up.
Okay.
Up, up,
Um,
up.
Next up you got your boy with the Atlanta Hawks, Trey Young.
Trey Young. Yeah.
I
So
was
they
about to say
traded for
Trey Lance, but
Dejounte
then I was like, oh
Murray.
wait.
Yeah, they traded for Dejounte. So that's a really good player from the Spurs. So Trey Young has a backcourt partner who's theoretically going to be able to play defense for both of them. I don't think that's going to happen. Like I think the Hawks are still going to be bad defensively, but I think that's going to be a pretty good backcourt for sure. One of the best in the NBA,
So
and their team is like pretty good everywhere else. Like
so I you see
yeah,
from what you're saying,
like
it sounds
if
like you're thinking like a small improvement.
but like all the other teams above them, and like I'm putting the Cavs above them already, like for sure. I don't think they're gonna like any of those other teams up there are gonna fall. Like maybe the Bulls, which we'll get to, but like I don't know. So I think 8 play-in is probably where they're gonna be anyways.
Okay,
That's my thought.
that's fair. Um,
Sound off in the comments if you either fully agree with what I'm saying about some of these teams or you think I'm full of shit, because that's cool too.
yeah,
I'm just one dude, so
just
go
one
ahead.
person with one opinion. Um, yeah, the Hawks. Yeah, that's fair. Next up after them, we have the
They
Brooklyn Nets.
just defense is bad, man. I don't like. They just got bad team. I don't know. What
Well,
do you want to say for the Brooklyn Nets?
it's like you said. I mean, in the East, I feel like a lot of the teams have high-powered offenses, and when you're playing in a conference where it's all about a lot of the good teams have high-powered offenses, and you have one of the worst defenses, it's like you said. I mean, you're just gonna struggle.
Yeah, they're gonna need the Hawks are gonna need to beat people like 130 to 120. Like,
Yeah.
they need to have games like that. Oh, the Nets are really what we have to talk about. I don't know, bro. Like, what version of the Nets are we
I'm gonna
getting?
be honest, bro. I think the Nets are gonna be worse because I honestly think that they're not gonna. I think they're gonna continue to just have their political issues, for lack of a better term, I guess. Like I,
Yeah, you got Kevin Durant, which we know that when he plays, he's probably the one of the top three best players in the
yeah,
NBA. Like
for sure.
he's that good. They got Kyrie Irving, who last year played half the games. So what's that going to look like this year? And then they traded away James Harden for Ben Simmons, who hasn't played in like I don't know since playoffs over 2 years
Yeah,
ago,
I
right? I
uh,
don't know,
I
maybe a year and a
think
half. I don't know.
I think Ben Simmons is probably the biggest question mark on that team. Because I feel like if he comes out and is like, "Hey, I'm going to be good like everyone thought I was going to be," and doesn't just pass the ball over and over, then I think that they'll go up. But I think if he doesn't, I don't think you can count on Durant and um, I'm blanking on his name, Kyrie Irving to be like, if they're playing, yeah, they're going to be great. But that's the big question mark, is if they're going to be playing, and can Ben Simmons fill the void of one of them not playing?
Yeah, and let's not forget Kevin Durant has had some injury issues the past couple years too. So it's not just like the whole like what is this guy doing in his head, but also there's some injury issues going on with the team too. So I don't think they're going to get any better. I don't really think they're going to be any worse. I think so 8 or 7 is probably where they're going to be at, trying to not be in the playing game. But
Yeah.
actually, no, 7 still get you in the playing game. Yeah, that's right. You play 10. So yeah, I think they're going to be in the playing.
Desmo VR said
Yeah.
some mid opinions. Some person said Mr. White. Their name is
What?
just Hi Hi.
Okay, so the whole viewership is my students. All right,
Yeah.
sick.
So I mean we're popping right now with the students. So Nets, after the Nets we have the Bulls.
Yeah, this is another team where I'm like, I don't really know. Like they're getting Patrick Williams back from injury,
It's like if they
and
if
I
they
liked
can
him
go
out the
back to
gate.
how they started last year,
They need to be healthy, man. They
like
had a lot of injury issues. Patrick Williams didn't play the whole year. Lonzo Ball and our boy Bald Eagle got hurt throughout the year. So,
that's probably why they lost. Didn't win the championship, to be honest, is because
yeah, I mean,
Alex
Alex
Caruso
Caruso's
was.
a go. I mean, come
Uh,
on, Alex Caruso is the goat. And those two, Lonzo Ball and Alex Caruso, are like their whole ass defense. So they just didn't have a defense. Towards the second half of that year, so that's a problem. But if they're healthy,
again,
like
if your defense is bad in that conference,
yeah, if they're healthy, I think they're gonna be right where they're at, 6, 7, somewhere in there.
your fucking students, man, are going off right now.
Well, it
Uh,
is. Hey,
Shay Uncle again said, I miss you, Mr. White, with a broken heart." Desmo VR said, "I'm your favorite student in first, Mr. White." Ooh, this is You want to answer that, Casey?
well,
You want to guess who this is?
well, I have the idea in my mind, but kids
Who's your
always think
favorite student in first,
kid,
Casey?
kids always think they're my
I
favorite.
got you
So
guys' back. Who is your favorite in first?
well, given the fact that they know about
Over
basketball and its
under.
teams, I'm gonna say it's Josh.
Josh. All right. Josh is his answer. Then Shay Uncle said, "This boring as hell, Mr. White. Talk about me."
I don't even know who you are, bro. How
It's
can I talk
Brandon.
about?
He put
Oh
his
yeah.
Brandon. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, I'm not. What? We're talking about this. All right, next
Yeah.
team.
Next teams. We have the Toronto Raptors.
Toronto Raptors, really good young team. I think they're going to be probably get better. I mean, they had the Rookie of the Year,
You
Scotty
think they're gonna go
Barnes,
higher than 5?
and he's only going to get better. No, I just think they're going to be a better team overall. Do I think they're going to
Okay.
get more than 48 wins? Probably not. No, because I think all 4 of those teams above them are like studs. So yeah,
Right.
I don't think so. Like, no, I think they're going to be there. Maybe get to up to like 50 wins, but they'll probably be five,
Oof.
fifth place. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh.
Was I wrong on
Yeah,
Josh?
you were wrong. So, you said hi is Josh. Well, hi put Josh. So I don't know if that means they're Josh. Then Shay and Cole said I went to Esperero with Josh, bruh, LaMafeo. I don't know what that means. Desmo VR said wrong. It's Riley.
I didn't know Riley even watched basketball, so I was just going off of the like basketball opinions. That was it. But all right, Riley.
After the Raptors,
Shout out.
we got the Philadelphia 76ers.
Oh, legitimately, I think this team is going to be the best in the East. I
Really?
don't know. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why.
Because of
All
Embiid.
right. So yes, James Harden. James Harden is fat, but he's still a good basketball player. And Joel
Is he,
Embiid is
bro? Cause like
getting
he was
and
pretty inconsistent last year.
he is. All right, he will be. I am convinced.
It's like
In my
saying
mind,
Derek
James
Carr's a
Harden
good
and Joel
football
Embiid
player,
are
dude.
gonna.
Can you consciously say that?
I am convinced that James Harden, Joel Embiid pick and roll is going to be like one of the best things ever, and
Okay.
should be the best thing ever.
Okay. I
And
don't
then they
I
just
like
added
Joel
a
Embiid, so
and then they added a ton of veteran depth too. Like the issue with their team was that they had Tyrese Maxey, James Harden, Joel Embiid, and then like not really anybody else. But they added a lot of good pieces. They have Montreal Harrell on there. They got PJ Tucker on their team now. And they have one more person. Who was it? Oh yeah, Daniel House. So I think Maxi's gonna get better because this is like going into his third year. So I think he's gonna be better. James Harden is gonna hopefully give a shit a little bit more, and then they got all this really good depth around them. So I think they're gonna be the best team in the East. And look, they were only 2 wins off that last
okay.
year. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think.
After them we have
Uh,
Giannis and the Bucks.
yeah, just Giannis.
Yeah.
It's just Giannis. I mean, there's Drew Holiday, who's really
Yeah.
good too. Chris Middleton is a great third player too. I mean, they got those three guys. Their team, I don't think has changed all that much. So why would I think it's going to get any
No,
worse?
yeah, a
And
big
they
issue
still
for
have
them was
Giannis.
it was what Middleton got injured, right? In the playoffs
Yeah,
last
if
year.
they can stay healthy, that's one of the best teams in the entire NBA.
Oh
So
yeah.
let's say second for
They're
them.
not gonna move.
Sure, why not second?
Next up we got the
Second or third.
Celtics. I'm fully convinced that
Again,
Jason Tatum is
uh,
not a carry in the playoffs, bro. Just gonna say that.
he he was very iffy in the playoffs. Jalen Brown honestly was way more consistent than Jason Tatum in the playoffs.
Like he went off in the
But
last
they did
series,
add
but
Malcolm Brogdon. So Malcolm Brogdon is a good like third scorer. So issues they had in the playoffs where if Jason Tatum's not on, it's not just doesn't just have to be Jalen Brown carrying it or vice versa. Malcolm Brogdon is
yeah.
somebody else who can carry it offensively a little bit. So
Okay.
I think that yeah, do I think they're going to be better? No, not really, because 51 wins is a lot of wins.
Oh yeah.
Like you were second. Like I don't think you're going to get necessarily better, but I don't think they're going to be worse either, which should make Celtics fans happy. That's where they want to be, right? Right there. They made it to the freaking NBA Finals, so they're a damn good team.
Yeah. Of course. If they made it to the
And
NBA
then
Finals
your
and
people,
their roster hasn't changed, then they're not a bad team.
and then your people are up next.
Yes, sir. The Miami Heat. I'm curious what you think about the Heat actually, because obviously you know way more about basketball than I do, and I'm just curious.
Um, not really any major changes. They
Mm-mm.
lost PJ Tucker. But like I don't know. That's not a ton. I think he's a good get for the Sixers. I don't think the Heat are really gonna be missing all that much, honestly. But issue with the Heat is people are just getting old. Kyle Lowry's
True.
old. Like Kyle Lowry is legit old. Jimmy Butler is like he's not old yet, but he's getting to the point where he could start losing his step. And I'm not, how I feel about Duncan Robinson.
God, that guy's such a waste of
Tyler
money,
Hero,
bro.
Tyler Hero's good. Bam Adebayo's great. I think they're going to be a good team, but I also said that I think the Sixers are going to be the best
No,
team. I think
yeah,
the
and
Celtics
even
and
as
the
a Heat
Bucks are
fan,
going to
yeah.
be 2 and 3.
As
So
a
I think
Heat
their
fan, I
team
would
will
agree.
probably be like fourth,
Yeah.
probably fourth-ish, right around there.
Yeah. I mean,
I
you
think
also got
53 wins was like
I think a
quite a
big
bit
thing
them
for the
anyway.
Heat is you got to count Eric Spoelstra into that mix, into that discussion.
He is one of the
Yeah.
best coaches of straight up of all time. So
But
he can
yeah,
make it work with anything, and they
yeah,
have a good team. But
even as a Heat fan, I'd have to definitely agree with you though, because I feel like the 76ers, just because of how good Joel Embiid was playing last year, I don't think he's going to lose a step. And as much as I dislike how inconsistent Harden is, even if they have Harden through his inconsistencies, I think that's going to make them an even better team, obviously, in some games. So they're only going to get even better, and they were already terrifying last year. So,
yeah, and the top of the East last year was crazy packed. You had
oh yeah,
three teams with 51 wins.
dude, the
and one
East
team
playoffs
with
were just like
53.
fantastic to watch.
Yeah, so which is crazy. As
Your
you know,
webcam
I'm
changed, by the way,
27.
and it's
Been
like
watching.
all messed up. It's like on a different. I don't know. It's like all. It's not using the same webcam. It changed over to your laptop.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What? Did it switch back?
Mm-mm.
No, it did not. Huh? That's weird.
I mean, it still works. I mean, it's a little laggy, but I mean, well, obviously with the cards be an issue.
It's just the cards is gonna be the problem.
Did you unplug it back in already?
Yeah. but my thought is that like, oh wait,
Um,
wait, wait, I think I figured it out. There we go.
hey, we're back.
Yeah, yeah, we got
Um,
it. All right, Gucci. Where were we? We were. Oh yeah, we're done with the East, right? Yeah,
yeah,
West.
so I done with the East. Now I'm gonna go through the chat real quick. Hi, hi. I don't know if that's Josh. Said OJ did it. Um,
Thank
Desmo
you.
again is oh, that's Riley, right? Yeah, Riley said I wear jerseys all the time. Of course, I watch basketball. I'm wearing a Larry Bird jersey tomorrow since you said that.
Oh, all right. That's
Uh,
that's a sick jersey to wear. So shout out Riley.
And
I'm sorry
then
if I offended you.
and then Shay Uncle said, "Mr. White, what's your friend's name? My name is Michael."
Yeah, his name's Mike.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to the West.
Yeah, let's go to the West. Over in the
Also, students,
West,
you guys are trolls. It's okay. So there's
I
gonna
was
be
the
a
same
lot more
way.
teams over here that I think should be really bad. By the way, so
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Houston
there's
Rockets,
a
bud.
lot of teams.
Houston Rockets are probably
Houston
gonna be like what,
Rockets.
top five, right?
So Houston Rockets, did they finish being the worst team in the league with the
Yep,
trade?
sure did.
Yep. Worst team in the league. Not just in the Western Conference overall.
No, yeah, it's overall.
I think they're going to be a little better because they just got young people and they're going to get a little better. They got Jalen Green. They got Jabari Smith, who they just drafted third. Yeah, third. Um, and then they got other good young people like Alperen Şengün. I think those are three good basketball players in the future for sure. Rest of their team is full of young people. They got Eric Gordon, who's old, that they need to get rid of, in my personal opinion. Um, because he's not helping their timeline at all. Like he'll add some wins, and they don't need to add wins right now. They just need to play these young people, see if they got anybody, and try and be really bad, which I think they will be. Do I think they're going to be on the worst team in the NBA? I don't know because I think there's going to be some really bad teams. I think they're not going to be good. That's for sure. I think that 13 through 15 is where they're going to be, and that's going to be really bad. So
Okay. Yeah, it's super bad. I'm just looking at
uh,
like I'm like looking at the West, and even with my like smaller NBA knowledge, I'm just like, oof, man, the West looks awful. Uh, Anyways, next up we have the Oklahoma City Thunder.
yeah, so they would have been my team that I was, I said the Magic were the team, the bad team that I was most interested in watching. And that would have been the Thunder, but remember Chet Holmgren, who they drafted second
Oh,
overall
right,
this
I
year, went
forgot about
out.
him.
He's out the whole
Yeah,
season, so it's pretty much back to the same team they had last year, and look how they did last year. So yeah, I think Josh Giddey will be getting a little better. Um, and he was super cool to watch last year. A big, tall Aussie kid that can do a little bit of everything. Really good passer. So I think it'll get a little better. So I don't think they'll be the worst team. I think they'll be like the third worst team in the West. So let's
so
say they go up
13.
from 14 to 13,
Okay.
maybe even 12, somewhere in
Okay.
there. I don't know.
Next up we got the Portland Trailblazers.
Yo, I legitimately don't know what this team's doing. Like there's a lot of teams this year where I'm like, okay, I can see how they're doing this. They're trying to position themselves to be bad, but
Yeah.
like on one hand, like they were really bad last year. Um, but Damian Lillard, just like Bradley Beal for the Wizards, is one of those people that's super loyal.
Yeah.
And so Dame has been, I don't know, he stick with him. They've added some pieces around him this year, I guess. Uh, like to Jeremy Grant, a little bit better defensively. So they've gotten better defensively. They don't have CJ McCollum anymore. He's on the Pelicans.
Need
Uh, so I don't
need
know.
Lillard to be traded over to the Heat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like they really need to decide early on in the season what they want to do because keeping Dame as like loyal he's been to them, that's not going to help them be bad, and I don't think they're going to be good either, really. So I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe their ceiling is playing, and if they trade
10
Dame,
maybe 9 10.
yeah, their if they trade Dame, their floor is just worst team in the NBA, one of them. So yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know with them.
Yeah, we'll see. Then after them, we have your Sacramento Kings, and they just traded Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, not too long ago. Yeah, in this season last year. But yeah, so I don't know. So as a Kings fan, I follow along, and I'm like, I don't think they're going to be any different than they were last year. But a lot of the like basketball big heads, like the people that talk about basketball all the time, are like the Kings are going to be surprisingly good this year, and I've never heard that before in my life. Besides when they were actually a good team in like the early 2000s. I've never heard anybody say the Kings are going to be good this year in the past like 15 years. But people think so. And the reason they think so is they think that De'Aaron Fox, DeMontis Sabonis, which is who they got in the trade for Tyrese Halliburton, is DeMontis Sabonis. They think that pair is going to be just get better as they have more time together. So their pick and roll game is going to be really good, which that should be a really good offensive duo. And then they just drafted a good kid at 4 who's just going to fill in and do really good for them, like
Okay.
defensively, offensively. Keegan Murray is his name. So yeah, I think I guess there's reason to buy into it. And if people that know basketball a lot more than me think they're going to be better, then I guess I'll give it to them. I think the King, maybe let's say 10.
To
Let's say
play-in.
let's say they get to the play in up
Okay.
2 spots. That's what
I
people.
hope they get to the play-in for your sake, to be honest with you.
I don't know what I do.
Um,
I'd lose my mind. Honestly, if the Kings were in any kind of playoff, which I don't even think the play-in is
it's not.
playoff,
It's
but
well, no. It's a play-in is to play
it's-
into the playoffs.
I know, but people talk about it as if it's a playoffs, and I'm like, all right, whatever.
I
So
mean,
be
it's the
it.
start of the
Um,
playoffs,
Kings
really.
Kings fans would definitely talk about it as if it was the playoffs if they were in it. I'll tell you that.
Killian
Probably the
Meyer
closest thing they've gotten to.
said, "A, it's the best teacher in the school. It's kind of sad that Taco Fall is going into Chinese basketball. Taco Fall, Taco Fall.
Yeah, that's one of
Your
those
webcam
classic
changed again.
2K. What?
Yeah.
That's one of those classic 2K players that everybody talks about, like Taco Fall.
Uh,
Um, super duper liked by 2K players, but not actually done anything in basketball. So let's see, what did I do to fix it? That's what I did. All right, there we go. Yeah, I guess
okay.
Taco Fall. Who would be the other players that are like that? Mo Bamba, another one that's kind of like that. So
Moba. Yeah, that's a good song.
yeah.
So after the Kings, we have the Desmo said Warriors still the best team. We'll get to that. I don't think they're the best
Yeah,
team in the
chill out.
NBA.
Chill out, Josh.
Next up, we have the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, I think they're going to do better than 11
Yeah,
in the
like
West.
like they can't be that bad if
Yeah.
Anthony Davis like stays healthy, which is a big ask, as we've said. And I guess in the last preseason game, from what I was hearing, they finally did what they should have done all of last year. They had Russell Westbrook come off the bench and be like their sixth man, and it looked like it went really well. So if Russ is happy doing that, like I think that actually raises the Lakers floor a lot because I don't think him and LeBron together on the court was ever going to work. But if he's okay whenever LeBron's off the court coming in and being that kind of spark plug to
Yeah,
lead the second unit,
I was
like
gonna
I think
say
that's
that'd
gonna be
be
good.
a big change for them. That way,
And
they
they
don't have to have LeBron playing for 45
and they
minutes a
added
game.
some shooters in the offseason too, which having shooters around LeBron is never a bad idea. So
Did they sign Schroeder
um,
again, or did Schroeder sign with someone else?
I don't think Schroeder's on a
I
team.
could have swore I saw that he
I think.
signed with somebody. Dennis Schroeder. Oh yeah, he's on the Lakers. Yeah, they signed him again.
Was it super recently? Because I
No,
remember
yeah, it
being
was like
under the
it was legit
impression.
like last week. I
Yeah, it
saw a
was.
headline
He
for
was.
it.
He was one of the people that I was like, why haven't the Suns signed him like to back up CP3?
Yeah,
Like, but whatever.
but he's
Now he's on the
apparently
Lakers.
he's not going to be there in the season opener though. So
All right. Now the next team, um, is another team that should be really bad,
Spurs.
and they're like they already traded away. Yeah, they had Tate Murray last year, who was an All Star, and they were 34 wins, and they traded him away and got
So
draft picks back.
I think
So
like
they're
12,
going to be real bad.
12 or
Yeah,
13 to
I'm
15.
thinking right around Rockets. I think. I
Okay,
think 14, 15. Like I think they're going to be like one straight up bad.
okay.
I think the Thunder will be 13. They'll be like 14, and the Rockets will be 15, or vice versa, something like
Blazers like
that.
11.
Bad, bad, bad. I don't even know who to be like. Oh, they got this. They have Keldon Johnson on their team, and like, they don't
Never heard that
they
name
don't
in my
have
life.
anybody that you're like. Yeah, they don't have anybody where I'm like, oh, you guys should watch this. Like, if I were a Spurs fan, I don't know why I would be turning on the TV. Like, there's like a lot of these bad teams, like the Thunder.
It was
Like,
like
we should be
watching the
like,
49ers in 2014 and 15.
yeah. The Thunder can be like, oh, at least we can watch Shea and Josh Giddey, or the Rockets could be like, oh, we can watch Jalen Green. But the Spurs, it's like, I don't know, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, like that's about it. So whatever, I don't know.
So
They're gonna be
bad.
bad,
Okay.
and I
Uh,
feel bad because they have Greg Popovich, who's like the best coach of all time in basketball, and I don't know what he's doing still there, but whatever.
yeah, it's a waste of his time. After them, we got the Clippers. I think the big story for them as to why they only got 42 wins was because Kawhi. I mean, right? Leonard. He was out for how
Yeah, I think they're
long? He
gonna
was
be
out for a
real,
while.
real, yeah, real good guys. Like I think they have potential to be the team that jumps the most as far as like wins, going from 42. I think they can bump that thing all the way up to like 55. Um, Scary good because I don't know. Mikey, did you ever see Prime Kawhi? Or when you started watching the NBA, was Kawhi
Well,
already?
when I started watching, he was already like the weird, not playing as good. He was still playing good. Like I still saw it in the bubble. He was still popping off, but like, um, definitely not as
Bubble
good as the way you
Bubble
describe
was
him
the
from
year
Prime.
the year they won, or the year after they won the championship. Yeah, because they he won with the
Yeah,
Raptors, and then
because
switched
I was
over
semi. I
after.
wasn't fully watching basketball before the bubble, but I was semi following it because you would talk to me about it. But and that's when they won the championship and all that, and then that's when I started watching. Was in the bubble. Was when I actually started following basketball.
Yeah, so the Clippers are another team that they added, like, kind of like the Sixers on the other side of it. They have these two really good studs, and they added a lot of good depth around them. So I think the Clippers are gonna be. I don't know where I'd put them, like, but I'm thinking top four in the West,
Oh, I
without
could definitely
without a
see
doubt.
that as long as Kawhi stays Kawhi and what's his name,
Paul George,
Paul George.
PG,
Thank you.
PG 13.
Um, as long as they both stay healthy and playing, I think I can agree with that. Also, Desmo said LeBum James. Then Killian said the Lakers are kind of overrated, and I don't think they're really rated for anything to be honest. I think they're
I
like
think last year you could have argued they were overrated. I don't know if anybody right now is like, "Go Lakers."
yeah, this year everyone's kind of just like, we'll see what happens. um,
But you are
ne-
right, Killian. They suck.
Next up is the Pelicans. Now, I think
The
the big change here
Pelicans.
is that isn't Zion have something where he has to stay healthy now, weight
Yeah,
wise?
he's supposed to. Yeah, that's part of
He
his
has to not.
contract.
He has to. They have to
And
like. They were like, you can only go to McDonald's twice a month now instead of six.
yeah, like, and they showed pictures of him in like the team photo shoot days, and he was looking cut and shredded. They got Brandon Ingram. They got CJ. Dude, I think the Pelicans are gonna be good
Yeah.
for
Okay.
sure.
Zion
Uh,
hungry. I never
I'm
heard that
gonna
one. That's pretty
I'm
good.
gonna I'm gonna bump the Pelicans up to fifth or sixth.
56. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Um. Okay. I. We'll see. We'll see if Zion actually does anything. After that, we have the Timberwolves. I know you like the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I like Anthony Edwards. They got Anthony Edwards. They got Carl Anthony Towns. They traded for Rudy Gobert from the Jazz, so
That's
it's a
kind of a
huge
big deal,
get.
actually. Yeah, I
It's a
forgot about
huge
that.
get. I'm really interested to see how that works. Cat and Rudy Gobert on the court at the same time. I guess Cat's going to be the power forward. Rudy Gobert's going to be the five center. Cat is a really good 3 point shooter, probably the best big man, like legit big man 3 point shooter of all time.
Yeah.
I don't really consider Kevin Durant like a big man. Like I know he is tall, but like he doesn't fill that role of like a big man, you know. So
Yeah, I got you.
yeah.
I still
So
just like
yeah,
Zion
I
hungry,
think
so.
that'll be really interesting. So I think they're gonna give it a little bump, a little friendly bump. We'll put them up 6.
Okay.
And yes, I do have teams that are gonna fall down just in case you're like he's putting a lot of people up here. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some teams up here that I think are gonna be bad.
Next up after that, we have the Utah Jazz.
Now you skip the Nugs.
Did I? Oh yeah, I totally did. Denver Nuggets. How could I skip the Joker like that? Even though I don't like the Joker, I think he's
Mm.
the NBA's giant most like crybaby ass beside LeBron. But yeah,
He does complain a lot. I'll give you that. Nikola Jokic. Really good center. They're getting Jamal Murray back. Michael Porter should be healthy for most of the season. So yeah, I think they're going to be better than 6 wins. I think they're going to. So what did I say? I said the Clippers were going to be fourth, right? I think is
yeah.
what I said. So I'm going to say the Nuggets will go up to fifth. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Nudging to fifth, and the T Wolves right behind him at sixth.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And after them, you have the Jazz. Jazz are dropping.
Oh my God,
They are
they're gonna be so
plummeting
bad.
because they
They're gonna be
lost. They
so
lost.
bad. They traded away Donovan Mitchell. They traded away Joe Ingles. They have Mike Conley, and they traded away Rudy Gobert too. Essentially, they just have
They
Mike
blew up.
Conley
They
and
just
Rudy
imploded.
Gay. Yeah, which those two people need to not be on their team, and they're gonna be like so bad. Like I'm thinking like I know I said
Like
13 for somebody else,
not even
but there's
playing.
around the 12, 13. Yeah, they're not. No, they're out of the playoffs completely, and they don't want to be. They want to be in that worst ever. Is where they want to be at.
Yeah.
Worst in the league
Get
is
that
where they're
draft
trying to
pick.
be.
After that, you have Luca and the Mavericks.
Yeah, dude. Like they've done legitly nothing to make Luca's life easier. I don't I
Yeah.
don't get it. Like they had Kristaps right a while ago, got rid of him. Then they had Jalen Brunson to be his little sidekick. Now he's gone. They brought in what's his name? Wood, I think. It's his last name. Damn it.
For who?
What's his
The Mavs. Theon
yeah,
Pinson, Jalen Hardy,
yeah.
Dwight Powell,
Yeah, Christian Wood.
Green,
Christian Wood. There we go.
Wood.
They brought
Okay.
in Christian Wood, who'll be like a good big man, I guess, to go alongside Luca. But I really I feel like with Luca, what you need is you need a bunch of people that can shoot the ball, and then you need like a shot blocking center. And I just feel like they have those players, but not good versions of those players.
Yeah.
So I think
Okay.
that they're gonna slip a little bit from
You know,
52.
the Mavericks kind of remind me a lot of the Packers over in the NFL in the sense that they have Aaron Rodgers and they just like refuse to, for some reason, put spend money into his supporting staff. And that I think that's always been
Yeah,
a complaint from Packers fans, even is they never drafted first round pick wide receiver. It took them so long to do it. They trade away Devonte Adams, and I feel like you look over at the Mavericks, and I feel like Luka's kind of like in that Aaron Rodgers scenario where they're just not giving him a good supporting staff for some reason, and they want him to keep on having to drop 45 points a game to win.
yeah, I agree, man. So I'm gonna say they're gonna drop down to like play in like 7-8 somewhere around
7-8.
there.
Okay.
I don't think they're
Um,
gonna be out of the playoffs bad or anything, but I just feel
I
like
mean they have Luka, so
52 wins was kind of a
it's hard
lot
to
for
it's
them.
hard to
I
put
feel like.
Luka out of the plan at least. After Luca and the Mavericks, we have the reigning champs and the Golden State Warriors.
Golden State Warriors. Obviously, really good. Can't say anything about them. Uh,
I mean, is
I
Draymond
guess
Green
I
still
guess
on the team?
I guess nothing's happening with the Draymond Green situation. Like he just hauls
Okay.
off and punches one of his teammates, and it gets caught on camera, and nothing happens. But whatever. Once they were like, "Oh, the Warriors are gonna handle it in house," I was like, "Okay, so nothing's gonna happen. Cool." It's just like that Aaron Donald situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So something should have happened, in my opinion. He should
Oh
have been
yeah.
suspended for like the first couple of weeks of
Yeah.
basketball,
Desmo
but
thinks
without pay.
best
But they
team
didn't do
Warriors on
anything.
top.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to agree with Desmond. I think like, you got the old guard still, and then you got all these young people that should continue to be getting better. So they won the ring. They had 53 wins. I don't see why they don't get like 57, 58. So I'm gonna say first or second in the West for the
Okay.
Warriors for sure.
Gotcha. After them, you got the on Jaw boy and the
You got my
Grizzlies.
the player that I love the most that's not on the
He's
teams
very
I support
he
for
is
sure.
very
Yeah,
fun to watch. So the stream
yeah,
for
John
everyone
Morant.
that's new to this stream, we are very high on John Morant on this podcast or stream or whatever you
Yeah,
want
and
to
he's
call it.
just fun. Like Mikey just said, he's just fun to watch. Like if you have no interest in the Grizzlies or anything, just watching Jaw is just a fun thing to do. He's crazy. He has insane athleticism.
Yeah.
He's a pretty damn good passer too.
And he
Um,
doesn't have that trait that I feel like
so
a
yeah,
lot of the superstars have, like LeBron, how they'll flop a lot and that kind of stuff.
yeah, he's
Like
too
he's
young for
just
that.
good
He
to
doesn't
watch,
deserve
man.
it.
Like
Yeah. Do I hope he never gets that, but usually as they get older, they start to be like, wait, I don't have to try this hard. I can just flop. Yeah.
once they start slowing down, they're
Uh,
like, oh wait, hold on, Jaw top 2 point
yeah.
guard.
So and they got Jaw. Then they got a whole bunch of young people too. Desmond Bain. I think they're gonna be better. I think they like I think the team is going to get better, like the players will mature, but 56 wins is a lot of freaking wins. You know, like
You think maybe
that's a
4 or 5,
lot. Yeah, I think maybe yeah 3-4.
like
Yeah,
40,
yeah,
like
3-4.
48, 53 wins ish in that
Yeah,
range.
yep, yep. Agreed for
Okay.
sure. Then we
Um,
got the Suns.
that's a
um, it's kind of a shit show in Phoenix. I don't know if I know my boy. I don't know why Josh is acting like he's like a Warriors fan. He likes the Suns. I thought, but whatever. I guess Josh is that way. Whatever. Those kind of kids. But oh, it's a real shit show over there. We got the ownership issue where they're gonna sell the team. There's news that DeAndre Ayton just hadn't talked to the coach like the whole offseason, but I
yeah.
guess that's fixed now. Chris Paul's older. Um, Jay Crowder doesn't want to be on the team anymore. Has asked for a trade. I still think they're going to be really good. They got CP3, they got Devin Booker, they got DeAndre Ayton, they got Mikal Bridges, um, and you know, and they got the guy that they're going to be replacing Jay Crowder. That's the reason he's upset is because he's not going to be a starter anymore. Um, why am I forgetting that dude's name? I love the Phoenix Suns. Cameron what?
Cameron Johnson.
Cam Johnson. Cam
Yeah.
Johnson. There we go. Yeah, Cam Johnson. So that's gonna be their starting five. Little worried about their depth. So I think they're Suns. As much as I love the Suns, I think they're probably gonna drop down to like 4,
I mean, that's still pretty
probably.
decent, you know.
Yeah,
So
because I think the Warriors and the Clippers and the Nuggets, Grizzlies, and the Suns. I think that group is like the top five. I'm not necessarily how I think it's gonna like lay out from there, but I think that group's the top five. And I
yeah,
just like trust the Warriors a little bit more than I do the Suns. So
I think that's fair with Steph Curry.
yeah,
But yeah, that's all of them.
yeah. I mean,
So we've gone through every
that's
single
that's
team.
that's what I think the NBA is going to be like this year. I guess we can at the end of the season go back and listen to this and see how
See
full
how
of
it
shit I
panned
was.
out. Yeah,
Because I will let you know that if we did this for football, I would have been wrong as hell.
dude,
Because
this whole season has been so
I
fucking.
I I had a message thread with my friends, like that I'm in a fantasy football league with, and I was like, dude, are there any good teams in the NFL? I legitimately think there's only three, and then every other
Yeah,
team is just like win 1 week, lose 1 week, win 1 week, lose 1 week. Like the only good teams are the Bills, the Chiefs, and the Eagles, in my opinion. That's it.
they're
I
the
don't
only
think any of these
consistent.
other teams are good.
Giants, bro. Relax.
Yeah,
Giants.
I, God,
All
I,
right.
I I can't trust that, but yeah, I guess. Like
Danny
I would trust
Dimes
it
be
even though teams are
slinging it,
500.
boy. All right.
Oh, oh. All right,
Nah.
Mikey, let's do
Yeah.
it. Let's lock it through.
Speaking of that, yeah, well, that'll be our segue into the NFL here. All right, so this was a very strange week in the NFL. Like Casey was saying, all of the teams that you're like, yeah, they're gonna win that matchup. They just lost and just did not play well at all. Um, so first up, we on the docket we have the Commanders at the Bears. Yet another horrifying Thursday night
Thursday
football
night.
game.
Terrible,
Um,
terrible game. Commanders won 12-7.
Yeah, and on that
Oh,
one, Casey and David both chose the Commanders, and I chose the. I just realized David hasn't sent me his picks. We can always get that in later, guys. We're going to be going over this a little faster this time around. Um,
yeah, given the basketball talk.
yeah, but yeah, Commanders come out on top over the Bears. I was the only one to choose the Bears because I expected more out of Montgomery in that game. But I think wasn't he injured actually? I think he was
No,
injured
he
a
ended
little
up
bit.
playing, I
Did he?
think, and I got like nine fantasy points from him.
Oh yeah, he did play. Okay.
Big whoop.
He still
Yeah.
averaged 4.5 yards a carry, but I mean, obviously it wasn't good enough. So
Then we had next game Giants Ravens. Giants won 24-20.
yeah, that was
Anybody pick the Giants?
David chose the Giants on that one. Me and Casey,
What?
yeah, me and Casey,
All right, my
yeah,
guy.
yeah, me and Casey went the Ravens because we thought Lamar Jackson was gonna have a field day with the Giants defense, and he did not.
They
Um,
legitimately just have nobody like besides Lamar. Like
Yeah.
his number
I
one, and I
honestly,
say that in quotes.
yeah,
Rashad Bateman
I
wasn't
thought
there.
Bateman
He
was
didn't
going to
play.
perform a lot better than he has so far this season. He's only had one good game.
Yeah,
Um,
he was out last game.
yeah,
Mark Andrews is pretty much it.
yeah,
Literally
Mark
all
Andrews, that's true.
Lamar Jackson had.
Uh,
So yeah, shout out to the Giants, I guess.
yeah, the Giants are. I feel like the Giants. I don't know. People are still saying the Giants are not as good as they seem to be, but I mean, they're proving people wrong. So after that game, we have the Jaguars at the Colts. We all picked the Jaguars because we don't trust the Colts, but of course the Colts decided to play good, and they won and beat the Jaguars
Team that hasn't been
34-27.
able to put up any freaking points. Put up
Yeah,
34 points. And like what? Matt Ryan threw for 389 yards and 3 touchdowns.
this
Where'd
whole
that
season,
come
this
from?
whole season's been unpredictable, dude. It's nuts.
Like I can't believe people that like bet on the NFL. Like this season should show you why how stupid that is. Like
Yeah.
save your money, people. Like
Yep.
not that the Jags are some juggernauts, but like
I
I
mean, the
don't
Colts
know.
are. I think the Colts are still worse than them, really.
Yeah. All
Uh,
right.
but yeah, we all chose the Jags there, so we didn't get anything there. Next up, we all chose the Browns. Patriots visited the Browns, and the Patriots blew out the Browns. Zappy is apparently the next Tom Brady, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, Bailey Zappi.
Uh,
Yep,
wait.
38 to 15. Holy shit. I don't even know like I don't think we're like bad at picking these games like who do
Uh,
Patriots
just real
have
quick,
where you're like
Casey. Desmo said that I'm out, Mr. White. Just now remember that Riley has the highest basketball IQ in the class.
well besides me, but all right,
Uh,
Riley. Go ahead.
but yeah, you were saying Patriots, the Browns.
The Browns at least have Nick Chubb. Like who
Patriots
the
don't
fuck
have
do the
anybody,
Patriots
bro. They got
have?
Devontae Parker, I guess. And I guess what's his name?
Yeah,
Is
like
their
I
running
know
back
they
Stevenson or whatever the
I
hell
know
his
like
name is?
oh
Yeah,
there's yeah, Ramondre Stevenson.
he's been playing well.
Defense. Yeah, but the Patriots put up 38 points. Who would have thought that was gonna happen? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I
We all
don't
picked
like
the
that
Browns.
game. Just I don't know, bro. Um, After that, we all chose the
We got Bengals
Browns.
Saints.
Bengals Saints. We all chose the Bengals. We expected big. Casey's been waiting for that breakout game by Jamar Chase, and it finally happened. 7 catches for 132 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, my boy Jamar finally out here. I
Finally
do love
decided
the
he
wide
wants to play basketball
receivers. I do love the
or basketball, football.
That'd be interesting. Comes out plays basketball. I do love me the wide receivers, the divas of the NFL, and he finally showed out. So let's go Jamar.
Yeah, and Joe.
We all picked him. So
Yeah, and Joe Burrow,
JB
300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Really, 28 for 37.
finally turned it around a little
Yeah,
bit. He has not been great lately.
yeah.
Oh, another game where I'm sure we got none of us picked the people that won.
Pulling it back up here. I have to keep on clicking into the stats, then going back.
Mm-hmm.
We have Bucks at the Steelers, and the Steelers beat the Bucks 20-18. Bucks were having a lot of offensive line issues that game. Hence the viral
Everyone
video of Tom Brady absolutely scolding his
chewing
offensive
them out,
linemen on the bench.
which I'm sure feels good as a full-grown adult. Just getting
I
scolded.
mean, it's Tom Brady.
I know, but still, it's like,
That's dad for them.
and then like, and I didn't watch this game, but what's going on with the Steelers passing game there? Who started?
For the Steelers, Kenny
Yeah.
Pickett, but then I think Trubisky took over. I think Pickett got injured and he came out, I believe.
Mm.
I don't think it was
Well,
a serious injury, but I think they just held him out.
Trubisky did pretty good for coming
Yeah.
in as an injury replacement. Then.
Yeah. Najee Harris continues to underperform. I don't know if that's just Najee
Yeah.
Harris
So
or their O line.
yeah, who knows? None of us got points for that, right?
Yeah, none of us got points for that. We all want the Bucks for obvious reasons.
Fuck
Uh,
the game on the docket now. Falcons 28, 49ers 14.
Yeah. So for this one, man,
Uh,
I'm just gonna be upfront with you guys. The 49ers. So it's like in the first 2 games, first 3 games of this season, it's like they were trying to figure out their identity again, get back in the swing of things with the Trey Lance mishap. And then week 4 and 5, we were starting to look better and starting to get it together. Week 5, obviously Jimmy G was slinging it. No, we were looking back like we were in Super Bowl form. Now, go to week 6, the 49ers are now lost again.
To the fucking Falcons too, bro. Like it's not like we played a team that was at least even okay. We played a team that I at one point said was like the worst team in the NFL,
Yeah,
and they beat
it's
us.
like I know
They doubled our score. What the
49ers are
fuck?
still rated as the well, not still, but now they are rated as the, I don't know if you guys have seen the health index rankings or whatever, but the 49ers have literally the worst, the most injured team in the NFL right now. They are rated as the
That's gotta
lowest
be
on that.
that's gotta be
Um,
something we're doing, man. Because I
no,
feel like
it's
we're
dude,
there every
our
year.
our conditioning
Every
staff
year,
still
bro.
hasn't been fired. Why? We've like led the league in injuries like 3 or 4 years in a row, dude. How do they have jobs? Like honestly,
I know. You know that
obviously
guy.
their regimes are or their regimens are not working.
You know that guy that almost killed Tyrod Taylor is still on the Chargers medical staff.
That is actually kind of crazy, actually.
Yeah, I
That's
found that
actually
out
just
like
brave to
last
keep
week.
him
I
there.
was like, what? Guy's
Um,
like actively trying to kill your quarterback.
but yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's pretty notable.
yeah.
I think it's pretty noticeable to everybody now, though, how big of a difference that Armstead, Bosa, Kinlaw, Mosley, how big of a difference they were actually making, and not to mention in the middle of the game, Travarius Ward went out and didn't return in the first half, and he's our best corner by far. He's all right. Actually, pro tip: Travarius Ward is the best rated corner in the NFL by PFF so far this season. I don't know if you knew that, Casey, but
I did not.
yeah, he is the numero uno cornerback right now, according to them. But now he's a day to day right now. I don't. It wasn't a serious injury, but he's just in one of those day to day things. So he'll be back.
I mean, that's good. It's not
Um,
serious, but
and
I don't
Hawafunga,
want to talk
our
about that no more.
star safety, is now in concussion protocol. So that's fantastic.
Sick, sick,
So
sick.
we're just getting riddled with injuries right now, and our offense was being carried by our defense, as everyone already knew that. That's not really a discussion to be had. Um, so now it's starting to show how inconsistent our offense actually is. I mean, our defense, even with all those injuries with D'Amico Ryans, um, they did not play well in the first half, but the second half, I know they gave up 28 points, but the second half they rallied, and they actually only allowed, I think it was 8 points in the second, or 7 points in the second half. That's it. So I don't know. Falcon Mariota played decently. Um, Niners look lost again. That's really all I have to say.
Yep. All right, Jets slapped the Packers 27-10, dude.
We all chose the Packers, of course. Um,
Yeah, because why would we?
Packers. I
Um,
am just now confident. I know I said this in the very beginning of the season that I said I don't think the Packers are as good as people think they are, and I think this is starting to come to fruition.
yeah, the
Like,
Packers got ran all over, bro. Ran all over. Brees Hall, 20 carries, 116 yards. That's a 5.8
no,
average. Then his backup, Michael Carter, 6 carries, 41 yards. That's a 6.8 average.
no,
They were getting ran all over. And that was the story of the game.
no. It really is. Brees Hall just popped off, and the Packers could not hang in there. I think the Packers are not as good as people think they are. We'll stick with that. Next up, we had the Vikings at the Dolphins. Casey went the Dolphins on this one, and me and David both picked the Vikings, and the Vikings came out on top 24-16.
That's great for me.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's what I
Yeah.
expected, to be honest. I think that score is pretty accurate, I think.
Teddy Two Gloves threw for 329 yards, though. Alright, so.
I mean, Teddy did. What was Justin Jefferson's stat line like?
6 catches, 107 yards.
Okay.
Tyreek Hill, though, and Jalen Waddle, again. These guys are monsters as receivers.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, look at that. Tyreek Hill, 12 catches, 177 yards. Jalen Waddle, 6 catches, 129 yards, dude. Like, what? And you lose? You have two receivers that
That's
combined
rough.
for over 300 yards.
And you lose.
And you lose.
That's
What?
super rough. Tail of tape on that one, though, I guess. Say Vikings come out on top. Me and David get that one. Going on to the next one, we had the Panthers at the Rams. We all chose the Rams because the Panthers are the worst team in the NFL right now, I think.
The Rams were losing at one point.
They were losing, but
I
I
remember.
was actually getting my hair cut during most of that game, like, including the wait. So I actually got to watch a lot of that
Most
game.
of it. Oh, I was like, Jesus Christ, how long was your hair?
But Yeah, the Rams started. I got there and started watching when it was like 10-3, and then the Rams tied it, and then the Rams just started pouring it on, and the Panthers started doing what the Panthers should do and failed.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford still not looking great, but
I don't know
like the
what's going on
Panthers,
with them.
Panthers are bad enough that doesn't really matter, So,
Whole NFC West is looking
uh,
pretty bad right now, to be honest.
yep, as fans of the NFC West, that is true. Oh, speaking of the NFC West, next game. Oh wait,
Yeah.
who do we all pick the Rams?
We all picked the Rams in
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one,
we
yeah.
should have. All right, Seahawks 19, Cardinals 9. Who do we pick in this one?
In this one, you chose the Cardinals, and me and David both went with Seattle.
Well, I'm definitely losing this one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so Kyler Murray, just my friend Jacob, big Cardinals fan. I talk about him all the time on here. He was like, we gave Kyler Murray a contract, and he just doesn't look like he gives a shit about football anymore. And I was like, all right, yep, fair enough.
Oh yeah, I mean that's actually it's funny. Like when I was getting my haircut, I was talking to him, and he was a Cardinals fan too. And like, the first thing he said when I brought that up was he was like, "Kyler sucks, man." Like, that's the first thing he said, and he said he's a child and he doesn't want to own up to stuff, and he'll never be a leader, which is the big issue I feel like, and that's what I've been
Yeah,
saying too.
big story of the game. Kenneth Walker, other than the Cardinals looking bad, Kenneth Walker, really
Yeah,
good rushing game for
yeah,
rookie.
yeah,
There
really
you go.
good.
All right, best game of the week: Bills Chiefs. Bills
Yes,
won
sir.
24-20.
You and David both went Chiefs, and I went the Bills. Yes, sir. Because I
Yeah.
am not a betrayer, and I don't go against Josh Allen like some people in this chat.
But did I go against him when
You
I
went
picked
against
Patrick
Josh Allen.
Mahomes?
Josh Allen outplayed Patrick
It's my
Mahomes.
homies, though. It's
Well,
my
Allen
homies.
outperformed him and is currently the front runner for the MVP, and you forgot about that. All right.
Alright, yeah, I know, but my homies, though, boy.
You need to put some respect on Josh Allen.
Stephon Diggs,
27
10
for
catches.
40, 329 yards, 3 touchdowns.
I know, and his prime target, Stephon Diggs, 10 catches, 148 yards, 1 touchdown. And I think that's the big difference. I mean, Juju did pretty good, but like let's be honest,
I mean, we
like
could throw
there's
in
no receiver.
Devin
Travis
Singletary
Kelsey's
too.
pretty good, I guess. I guess Travis Kelsey is his number one for
Oh yeah,
sure, but
Devin Singletary, 17
their
carries for
rushing
85.
their rushing game didn't really do much. But yeah, the main difference, Patrick Mahomes did not play as well as Josh Allen. So yep, I betrayed Josh. I'm sorry, and I deserve to lose.
Yes, you do.
All right, and thank you, Eagles. You can continue to go undefeated because
Yeah.
you beat the Dallas Cowboys. So we all
Yep.
love you.
And we all chose the Eagles on that one because I mean, Eagles are popping off and they continue to pop off. And
Yeah,
in Cooper Rush's first
Jalen.
starting loss.
Yeah, first loss, and boy did he lose. 181 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 3 picks. Eesh.
Oof.
Yeah, oof.
Then
Eagles
yep.
Eagles didn't really do that good on offense. It's just their defense is nasty. So,
Yeah.
there you go.
Um,
Nasty.
yeah, Eagles. We all chose the Eagles there. And the game that is currently happening right now. I like how I said it was a
It's
crap
tied up
game.
13-13.
I like
by
how
the
I
way.
joined and said that the Broncos are garbage, and I'm tired of seeing them in the primetime games. And then you said the Broncos had already scored 10 points. It's now the fourth quarter, and they have scored 13 points.
Yeah, and they scored 3 whole more points. Yeah, 13-13, and it's in the fourth quarter. Yay! We're really getting treated with this Thursday night, Monday night football games.
We're getting treated real
Honestly.
nice.
Come on now.
All right, well,
Whatever.
that was last
Who are we
week.
picking this upcoming? Does this one matter? This
No,
game matter,
no,
actually,
because
at
we
I'm
all
picking
chose the
you and David.
Chargers.
No, you already won.
Yeah, I already
Oh,
won.
you already won.
Yep.
Good job, buddy.
Yes, sir. So I had eight.
Take
I had
it
8
up.
choices right, excluding current game going on, and Casey and David tied at 7.
There was only 14 games played, so that means because of buys. So
No.
there you go.
And then
All right, let's quickly. We're
yeah,
running through
quickly,
this
quickly.
for time's sake. All
Yeah.
right, first game, Thursday Night Football, Saints Cardinals. Why? Why do they do this to us?
I'm going
Why?
Cards.
Why do we have to watch this, bro?
I'm going
Oh.
Cardinals, by the way.
Yeah,
I think the
Cardinals.
Cardinals. I think Kyler Murray's gonna have a bounce back in this one because he has a couple weeks before the new Call of Duty comes out, so he's gonna play his ass off. You're going Cards.
Yep,
All
Cardinals.
right, and David, I don't have David's picks yet, guys, but I will.
We'll get them.
Yeah, we'll get him.
We'll fill 'em
Yes,
in.
we will
All
fill
right,
him in.
Packers, Commanders.
Uh, like
Wasn't as easy of a pick as it would have been. I would have screened Packers,
Yeah.
but I'm
I'm
still
still
gonna
gonna
say
go Packers.
Packers because
Yeah,
Aaron
I'm
Rodgers too.
I'm I'm still going Packers just because it's the Packers. Then we have the Browns at the Ravens. I think Lamar is gonna have a comeback game, and I'm sticking with Lamar.
Yeah, yeah, me too. I mean, the Ravens have been choking a lot, but yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I just
Lamar's
don't
been
want to.
playing well
I
though.
also don't want to pick the Browns, so sure.
Yeah,
All right, Bucks Panthers. Panthers worst team in
Bucks.
the NFL. Bucks.
Yeah.
Falcons Bengals.
I think the Bengals are starting to figure out what they want to do. Because I feel like they started out horrible and they've been slowly improving every game, and I think that's been like. And they started out pretty bad this past week, but then they figured it out and got together and started winning, going back to their old formula. I think. So I think I'm gonna go Bengals because I think they're starting to figure out what they're doing.
All right, I'm going Bengals too. I think we've picked all the same this far.
Oh, we have Lions at the Cowboys, and I'm gonna go Cowboys because I think the Cowboys defense. I think I think Parsons is gonna have a field day with the Lions for some reason, something like that.
Yeah, the last game the Lions played was 2 weeks ago, and they got absolutely slapped by the Patriots. So give me the Cowboys.
All right.
Giants Jags.
I'm going Giants. I'm gonna hop on this bandwagon, dude. I don't care anymore.
I refuse to hop on the Danny Dimes bandwagon. Give me the Jaguars. I absolutely refuse. Guy's a straight turd.
Trevor
I like
Lawrence
Trevor
is a straight turd
more.
too.
No, he's not.
So far, bud, you're just upset that you want his card value to go up. All right.
Yes. I will vote for that.
Next up, we have the Colts at the Titans. I'm going to go Titans. I think they're in Tennessee, and I'm going with my normal thing where I just bounce to a team that has home field advantage, which is the Titans, and I think Derrick Henry's going to run all over the Colts defense.
I'm doing my normal thing. I'm never picking the Colts or Titans. Why not?
Texans at the Raiders. I'm going Raiders, and I'm just going to auto-fill in David for this one, guys, and put Raiders. And also going to auto-fill him in.
Texans are terrible. Raiders.
I'm also going to auto-fill in David for Giants because he's literally picked Giants every week this far. Every single week this so far, by the way. Jets at the Broncos. I'm going to go Jets, to be honest. I think the Jets rushing attack.
I was going to say, why isn't that Monday Night Football game? But look at what Monday Night Football game is. Why do they do this to us?
What is it?
Bears
my
Patriots,
gosh,
bro.
dude. What's the Thursday night next week?
There's a shit.
Saints Oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah, Saints Cardinals is
Week
Thursday
8
night.
we have decent ones.
Sunday night is Steelers Dolphins. Who cares? And then you got Monday night is Bears Patriots. Why are they doing this to primetime football?
Who cares? Also, why aren't they flexing primetime games? They used to do that. They need to start doing it sooner this year.
Towards the end of the season, but yeah,
they need to do it now, bro.
They need to start right now, dude.
I'm going with the Jets because of their rushing attack.
Yeah, I guess. Sure, why
Like,
not?
That's my only reasoning.
The Broncos, my other reason
The
is
Broncos are so
right now.
yeah. Oh, we have the Chiefs at the 49ers.
Fuck, dude.
I'm going to go Chiefs, to be honest with you. I think I'm going Chiefs just because I...
Alright, I gotta try and take my fandom out of it. The smart pick is
And
Chiefs.
that's why I'm doing it. I am a 49ers fan.
I will be happy if I'm wrong.
I will be happy if I'm wrong. I agree with Casey, but we told you guys we were going to try to not be biased, and us not being biased is saying the Chiefs are better than the 49ers.
I said there's 3 good teams in the NFL, and the Chiefs
Yeah.
are one, so there you go.
Yeah.
Seahawks, Chargers.
Chargers because it's in LA. And the I don't know. The Chargers are doing what Chargers do: is they start out really good in the season, and then you start being like, what are they doing?
Yeah, sure. I guess Chargers for me too. Steelers, Dolphins.
I'm going Dolphins.
Sunday night.
I'm going with Waddle and Hill.
Yeah, Waddle and Hill. Waddle and Hill's nasty.
Because I know Claypool led in receiving on the Steelers, but I still refuse to believe that he's the number 1 wide receiver.
Waddle and Hill for me too. Dolphins, and then the last one's Bears, Patriots.
I'm gonna go Patriots, I guess, just because they've been surprising me. I don't know.
I am going to do myself a favor and turn off my television. It's going to be my pick for that one. Just no winner. Can I pick a tie? That would be stupid to pick a tie.
Yeah.
God, Patriots. I guess. Yeah, their defense is good.
All right.
At least that's a positional group that's good in that game. So
me and you have chose this. Did you choose the Raiders or Texans?
I chose the Raiders.
Raiders.
Did you really ask me if I chose the Texans?
I don't know, bud. We are only split on one game, I think. The
Yeah,
Giants
it's the
Jags.
Giants
Yeah, we
Jags.
chose the same one. Everything else, and I feel like David might also do that, but we'll see.
Yep,
But yeah,
David.
that's the pick'ems, guys. We'll tune in next week and see where we land with those selections.
All right, that was very long. But it was the beginning of the NBA season, so
Yeah.
probably be the longest video for a while, honestly. But let's get to some cards, bro.
Oh, Shay Uncle, I'm sorry. I put yo, my dad is a Steelers fan. Tell your dad I'm sorry. And then Mr. White, are you going to the improv show this Thursday?
Oh, this Thursday? I thought it was the 20th. Is that not the? That's not the 20th. Oh, it is the 20th. I knew it was the 20th. Just forgot it was this
Your
Thursday.
webcam has changed, by the way. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, it's because I moved it to the card position, so it probably DC'd real quick. Yeah.
You should put a Chiefs flag there, bud.
Honestly, it would make myself a lot more sane.
He
All
said,
right,
yeah. Shay said, yes, it is, bruh.
bro.
Bruh.
Sick. I already went to an improv show. Chill out. I don't need to go to all of them. All right, so here's some breaks that I was in. These are just the highlights.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
been a
Shay.
while.
Sorry, Shay said, "I'm Mike. You're gone." Yeah, that's how we do it. So when Casey starts to open up the card packs, I just make it a whole thing of him because people. I don't think people are gonna care to see me. I think they're gonna want to see the cards instead. So
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. So here's some cards I won in breaks recently. These are only the hits. There's a lot of stinkers, honestly, but here's the hits. So I got a rated rookie of Scotty Barnes. He was the rookie of the year last year. I got a Jaron Duran, which I just thought looked cool. He's a Red Sox rookie, so I put it up here. Um, got Mac Jones die cut out of select rookie card, so that's kind of cool looking.
yeah, that's good.
Got a Elements autograph from the Patriots of a rookie named Tyquan Thornton. I have no clue, and that's his
I've
signature.
actually heard that
Does that
name.
look like TT to you?
Yes.
Those look like T's?
Yeah, just really quick, dude. It's 1-1.
Bruh, it looks like 1-1. And this is definitely the coolest hit I got. It's of Carlton Fisk, so an old school baseball player, numbered out of
Wow.
40, so 7 out of 40. It's a autograph, and then this is part of his bat right there. That's the wood from his bat.
I straight up thought you said back, bro. I was like, excuse me.
Yeah, it's part of his back. They straight up murdered him so that they could make this
I
card.
was like, hold on, back up.
All right, so there's just the hits. All right, so we're gonna open two blasters for the start of the NBA regular season here. We got Contenders and Chronicles, both from the 2021 class. So Scotty Barnes, Evan Mobley, Jalen Green, Cade Cunningham, Josh Giddey, Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, all those guys, and more. It's a really loaded class overall. So that's what we're looking for. We got Contenders and Chronicles. Mikey, which one do you want to start with? They're both about the same price.
2
159, so right
contenders.
around 25 first. Yeah. So the Contenders, this one has the highest ceiling out of the two, I would say, but definitely the lowest floor. Like we could legitly get nothing in this box. Um, and if we read the front of it, it says find one autograph or memorabilia card. You ain't getting an auto. If we get an auto, we're like so lucky. You're getting a stupid mem card that's worthless, but you know, whatever. Let's hold out hope, like the donkeys we are. As usual, nice panini box where half of it's used and the other half is empty space. Because that's how you protect cards, right, Michael? Just have a bunch of empty space in a box.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, let's get it. So a ton of base. Each pack normally only has one thing in it. in contenders, base, and a stupid Corey Kispert rookie insert from 2021 draft class. All right, starting off like I thought we'd start off with contenders. People like
Yes,
this
sir.
product for some reason, and I know why. It's only the hobby version, but people are like, "Oh, Blaster contenders." Like, no, the only format that's good is the hobby. Um, a international ticket Jokic insert, so sick. a veteran insert that's worth literally $0. Oh, here's our. You can tell right there what we got in this pack. We got a thick card, so that's probably a mem card. And we will see what it is. Kevin Porter Jr., Wendell Carter, Mike Conley, Devin Booker, Joel Embiid. I think this is the mem. Yeah, this is the mem. So we'll slow roll this one. RTS. What does that mean?
Real
I
time
don't know.
strategy.
Scotty Lewis.
Mm.
So it's a rookie. Um, the enclosed officially licensed material is not associated with any specific player. So Scotty Lewis didn't even wear it. And look at that. It's just a white patch from some jersey that, you know what? For all we know, it might not even be a Hornets jersey. It might just be, just there. And then we got a Cam Thomas insert rookie. So that's what I'm talking about when I say that Contenders Blaster shit, but I just wanted to show people it. Maybe we'll have something else in here. Maybe. Probably not. Crap, 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 crap. Insert game night ticket LeBron James when the Lakers beat the Cavs 115 to 108. Okay.
Contenders really showing out right now.
Yeah, right. And then base, 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 base. A Jimmy Butler parallel because if you see the colors different around the
Yeah.
ticket. And then we have an international ticket of Manu.
Boy.
Yeah, so it's $25. Essentially, what we did was we took $25 and we threw it in the air, and it blew away. And what's worse is that I knew that was what was gonna happen when I
Yeah.
bought it. I was like, all right, like what am I gonna buy? And I was at Walmart and I saw that and I was like, okay, well, I guess I missed this parallel that was in there of Colin Sexton too.
Oh boy, that saves the.
Yeah, saves the pack, $25 card right there, bang. Yeah, I was like, what do we got? I saw Contenders. I was like, ugh, and then I saw Chronicles, and I was like, all right, a little better. So yeah, I don't even know. Like, legitly, no money here, guys. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I just no money. If you want to give me $1, I'll give you all these cards that we got. Like, straight up, anybody. From that box, not from this box. This box, we're gonna get some straight fire.
Hopefully.
Put the emojis in there, Michael. Fire emojis.
Fire.
Get that trash ass box out of here.
For some
2021 Chronicles Blaster exclusive base rookies and stars you get in here, and you also get 6 Blaster exclusive pink parallels.
Oh yeah, did I put some fire emojis in the chat for you?
Oh really?
Oh, no.
That's sick, bro. Watch me as a donkey try and get this box open. There we go.
You gotta be smarter than the box.
Smarter than the saran wrap around the box. Ooh, check this out. Packs sticking through the cover.
That's what's up.
Oh, you're taking care of our stuff so good. Whatever. Get that out of here. 7 cards per pack. Remember, Chronicles, we get a lot of inserts. People should be familiar with Chronicles if they watch our channel. All right, right off the top, we got a Cade Cunningham rookie, already better than the last box. Evan Mobley rookie, look at that. 2 of the top people. Keon Johnson, Davion for the Kings, Corey Kispert, rookie and stars. Jonathan Kuminga for the Warriors, and then a Devin Booker out of XR.
Okay.
Shit, I don't know. Is this pink? This isn't pink.
Nah, I don't think so.
All right, Jalen Green, Franz Wagner, Evan Mobley again, Io DeSunmu. What? Omer Yurtseven for the Heat, bro. I don't know. I don't even know who you are. Chris Duarte, and then an Io DeSuma silver Hometown Heroes. That's probably the most expensive card we got right there because it's a parallel. And it's Hometown Heroes, which is a more limited set in Chronicles. So I'm gonna say $2.
Heck yeah, brother.
Okay, Chrono. Um, now we got Nimas Kita, Cam Thomas, Giannis Antetokounmpo from Luminance. There you go, Mike. You get that Luminance card of Giannis.
Yes, her. Want me some Giannis and Luminance?
James Booknight, Rookies and Stars, Herb Jones for the Pellies, Josh Christopher from the Rockets, and an Alperen Şengün out of XR for the Rockets too. So a little bit of Rockets love in that one. Come on, let's get a little bit rarer version of one of these top rookies here. Evan Mobley out of Threads, Walker Kessler, Isaiah Todd, Scotty Barnes Chronicles, Rookies and Stars Jalen Green, KD out of Elements, and then Rookies and Stars Quentin Grimes Crusade. Too bad that wasn't one of like a really good player because that would have been definitely the most expensive card we got. All right, next one up. Come on, give us something. A little sauce. You can get an auto in Chronic. You can.
We
Zion
need the sauce
Williamson
right now for
base.
sure. Zion hungry soon.
RJ Barrett base. Scotty Barnes out of Luminance. That's pretty cool.
Luminance is always cool, man. I love those cards.
Donovan Mitchell out of Playbook. Zaire Williams out of Luminance. Can't tell. Is that a parallel?
It's pink, yeah.
Yeah, so that'd be the pink parallel. Too bad that wasn't flipped and that wasn't the Scotty Barnes. Kessler Edwards out of XR, and then Giannis out of Elements. And last pack right here.
Alright, the auto for
Last pack Magic. Sending out all the good vibes, people. Zion Williamson Threads. Zach Levine base. Jalen Green out of Absolute. I think that's a rarer set, and it's Austin Reeves for the Lakers, rated rookie. Josh Christopher, Rookies and Stars.
Come on.
Cam Thomas, Marquee, and then this one is in Essentials. Looks like Io. Io out of Essentials, and that's it. So a lot of rookie action, but nothing that you're like.
Yeah, nothing.
Woo.
No big pop-offs.
I mean, you got a lot of big names there, but yeah, I'll just this one for Io's a rarer card. This rated rookie would have been nice if this was like one of the top people. That would have been the best one.
Right.
But Jalen Green's pretty good because that's a rare set in this. And then I think the other one. What was the other one? We had one that was parallel the Hometown Heroes one of IO 2. Yeah, so this was definitely a little IO box. 2 of our top 3 cards were IO, so there you go. Tis
That was
it
happens.
Tis the life of ripping products, you know.
Yes, sir. It happens.
I would say, but as you could see there, right? Contenders, as I was saying, is just straight hot garbage.
Yeah, it is. The Chronicles is at least more exciting to open.
In a retail format, Chronicles, you can at least kind of convince yourself that you made close to your money back.
Right.
Contenders, like 1 in a million. And I've seen people that get autos out of that, and the autos are like, who the hell is that, dude? Like, it doesn't even if you get an auto, it doesn't mean you've saved. Like, they put random ass autos in the retail format of Contenders. It's terrible. Only good thing they got is Hobby. Only good thing.
Yeah, it was rough. Alright. Alright, guys, and that is it for episode 36 of Sonoran Sports Cards. We went over the NBA season. how we think each team's going to do, whether better or worse. Casey's the one that went more into detail as he has a lot more knowledge of basketball than I do. Then we did a quick run through of the games this past weekend from the crazy NFL weekend, actually, of the teams that winning that you didn't think were going to win. And then we did our pick'ems for next week. We didn't get David's pick'ems, but we'll make sure to add those in for you guys, and we'll have them in next week's video. But as always, guys, if you liked what you saw, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, the notification bell to see when we go live, so you can join us in the chat. As you can see in the chat here today, the chat was popping off pretty well today, and we were trying to interact with you guys as much as we could. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we should be back. I should be good next Monday, so I believe you, Casey, you good? All right, guys. So yeah, that's it for us.